What's happening, gang? It's your boy Retro back again with another reaction video. Yeah. Today we got another huge update. Now you guys can probably already tell that it is going down. Just by that title alone, you guys are definitely gonna want to check this one out. So we got NYC's leading Democratic Socialist mayoral candidate Zohran Mamdani now running into a bit of trouble after sources revealed that he lied on his citizenship application. Now he's paying for it big time, guys. And I'm excited to get into this one, so I'm hop straight into it. All I ask that you guys please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and without further ado, let's hop straight into it, folks. Check this one out.
Here is what we stand for, my friends. We are going to freeze the rent for more than 2 million rent-stabilized tenants and use every resource at our disposal to build housing for everyone who needs it. We are going to eliminate the fare on every single bus line and make what are currently the slowest buses in the nation move around this city with ease. And we are going to create universal childcare at no cost to parents, so New Yorkers can raise their family in the city they love. Together, New York, we're going to freeze the... Together, New York, we're going to make buses fast and... Together, New York, we're going to deliver universal... We will make our city one where every person who calls it home can live a dignified life.
Alright folks, and that right there was NYC's leading diehard socialist candidate Zohran Mamdani, promising a lot to New Yorkers if he is elected in as their next mayor, promising free bus fare, promising free child care for parents across the city, promising a rent freeze for individuals across the city as well. It sounds really good on the front end, but when you really think about it, how is he going to come through and, fulfill all these promises? It just does not make sense, but doesn't seem like New Yorkers are even questioning it at all, as we're seeing all the polls are showing that Zohran Mamdani is now hitting new record highs in the NYC mayoral election with almost a guaranteed chance of winning against Andrew Cuomo. He's at a 95% right now to win the election next week, and it's just not looking good. And guys, I found this very brilliant interview of this man on the street. He's not from NYC, but he's from Kansas, and he's got a very great idea as to why everyone is buying into Zohran Mamdani, and I want you guys to take a look at this one.
So what do you make of this Mamdani guy who's leading in the polls, the so-called Democratic Socialist?
It would scare me if I lived in New York.
Well, you don't. You live in Kansas. Why do you think he's so popular here?
I don't know.
Free.
See,
the word free.
I think you're exactly right.
Free.
All that stuff is free, and I think that's very intoxicating.
Yeah.
So are you having a nice visit to Kansas?
Very, very, very interesting. Fun time.
One time. All right. Thank you very much.
Well, thank you.
And that interview right there was very telling. I mean, come on, guys. We're talking about a man that's completely on the outside looking in, and even he is able to identify the truth and the facts of the matter with this Zohran Mamdani character. There is no way possible, even if he does get elected in as mayor, power only goes so far. It's just impossible for him to provide all these benefits and assistance to folks across the city of New York for free. He just does not have that in his power. God knows what he's going to actually do once he gets in as a mayor. I mean, what he's been proposing is to turn NYC into one of our nation's first Islamic states, and I don't think that's what we need for our country. And this right here is where it actually gets good. We got this update here that rumors are circulating around Washington that the President Trump is getting ready to order Zohran Mamdani's arrest and stripping him of his citizenship due to a false application when trying to get citizenship into the United States. So this right here may be what saves New York City, because it seems that New Yorkers just don't understand the magnitude of what they're getting themselves into. I mean, this is a self-identified, self-proclaimed socialist and communist candidate right here. He is ready to turn NYC upside down. This might be the only point that saves them. And just think about the background of Zohran Mamdani. I mean, this man is someone who has faked it to make it in his entire career, from being a Disney actor as a child to growing up trying to be a rapper, a field rapper. Now he wants to run an entire city. The largest city in our states? No way. Listen to this guy.
Because I think that New Yorkers, more than they hate a politician they disagree with, they hate a politician they can't trust.
On the subject of trust, you've adopted different speaking accents in different scenarios.
But they go to their local bodega.
Is there one that's real and one that's affected?
What I would say is, as any immigrant knows, having been born in Kampala, Uganda, and then raised in South Africa and moving here when I'm 7 years old, is there are different parts of my life.
Worldwide tour is a worldwide tour is a worldwide tour.
Mamdani was talking about a worldwide press tour back when he was a rapper.
Bring the flavor to the fish, bring the flavor to the rice.
In a Disney movie directed by his mother.
Nepotism and hard work goes a long way. Here in New York City, this is how I speak, this is how I am.
Do you believe in the First Amendment, Tom Homan?
And this situation right here seems very reminiscent of what we seen last year with cackling Kamala Harris, the way that she would put on those phony accents, the word salads that we would get, and we could see straight through it that it was not genuine. But the only difference here is that New Yorkers are actually buying it. They're eating this stuff up. If you guys don't believe me about his background just being very sketchy, I want to give you guys a flashback clip of Zohran Mamdani's father trashing America, trashing Abe Lincoln back in 2022. I mean, this is where he came from.
America is the genesis of what we call settler colonialism. And the American model was exported all around the world. Abraham Lincoln generalized the solution of reservations. They herded American Indians into separate territories. For the Nazis, this was the inspiration. Hitler realized two things. One, that genocide was doable. It is possible to do genocide. That's what Hitler realized. Second thing Hitler realized is that you don't have to have a common citizenship. You can differentiate between people. The Nuremberg laws were patterned after American laws. Anyway, the US put Indians in reservations. The US invented the model.
Absolutely nasty and disgusting, but all the while telling about Zohran Mamdani from his father's viewpoint and his words. I mean, this is the man who raised him up to be the man that he is today. If Zohran Mamdani's father feels his way about America, feels his way about Abe Lincoln, he's probably anti-American, and he's raised an anti-American son. New Yorkers, you need to wake up. But it doesn't seem that all New Yorkers are completely brainwashed by the tactics of Zohran Mamdani screaming free, free, free. We got New Yorkers actually exposing the real on Zohran Mamdani's, urging his New Yorkers to wake up. Fellow New Yorkers, this is not the guy you want to vote in. Check this out.
I just want to reach out to you guys once more with the same old rhetoric. Yeah, we have a few days till an election in New York City, and it's important that you go out there and vote, man. New York City, please understand what's happening here. To some of you young people especially, this is not what you think it is. It's all smoke and mirrors. This guy that's coming in, this young radical, will shape your lives in a very terrible way for the next 4 years, possibly 8 years. It's important you understand, because experience is the best teacher. I'm 60 years old. I've been living in this city my entire life, and I've seen it come and I've seen them go, and this is going to be one of the worst. And to some of you people, especially you young liberals, idealistically speaking, thinking about, changing the world, that's not going to happen. What's going to happen is you're going to suffer more than you are already. His proposals are weak. He cannot support them, not to mention he's going to contribute to crime.
Well, I will say that I'm very joyed to see that there are some New Yorkers sprinkled about the city that actually have a bit of common sense and understand the magnitude of the decision that they're about to make, electing in Zohran Mamdani, that communist mayoral candidate, to run their city for the next 4 years, guys. It take long. It won't take but a short 4 years to get his plan and his initiative through there. Like I said in the front half, he is attempting to turn NYC into one of the largest Islamic states in our nation, guys. And if you don't believe me, here it is right here. Him laying out the groundwork where he lies at a town hall in Bronx, New York, about a story on his aunt saying that she was afraid to be in NYC and wear her hijab or her Islamic wrap on her head after 9/11 because she was scared that folks absolutely turned on Muslims. Just take a look at this. This guy is just not genuine at all.
I want to use this moment to speak to the Muslims of New York City. I want to speak to the memory of my aunt. Who stopped taking the subway after September 11th because she did not feel safe in her hijab.
And my question for Zohran Mamdani right here is, how much more tone deaf could you get? How much more tone deaf could you be? I mean, we see the fake tears. We see you shedding these tears over your aunt that so-called was afraid to ride the subway after 9/11. But where are your tears at for the victims, the lives lost, the heroes, the brave men and women that stormed into a fireball, buildings collapsing on them to save individuals, putting the others' lives ahead of theirs? What happened to no tears at all for those folks? Just get out of here. I mean, that right there grinds my gears to the 10th degree. And then what makes this all the while more worse is that this guy was lying about the entire story. He faked it all. So apparently Zohran Mamdani's aunt neither wears a hijab, so she doesn't wear the Islamic headdress whatsoever, and she's never lived in NYC before, during, or after 9/11. In fact, she lived in Tanzania from January of 2000 to 2003, and it actually goes back even further, January of 1999. So I'm going to blow this up a little larger so everyone can see it in the back. Both of these. So this is Masuma Mamdani. This is Zohran's aunt right here. And we can see on her resume that she was working as a senior program development officer in Tanzania. You see it right here in Tanzania back from 2000, January 2000 to 2003. And that was 4 years. So am I getting something wrong? I mean, September 11, 2001. Right here, we can see that she was not in the country before or after 9/11. And I think this goes back even further. We can see that she was a public health consultant back in January of 1999 in Tanzania, again, all the way up to December of 1999. So that's a 5-year stint. And she was nowhere to be found, nowhere near NYC. So once again, we're seeing that this guy is a faked, paid in ball. I'm telling you right now, someone's putting him up to do what he's doing, the great harm to NYC. And you can see right here, this is Zohran's aunt, and in this actual photo, she's not wearing any headdress. She's not wearing any of that. I mean, you can see that this is just a regular, everyday Tanzanian citizen, yet Zohran Mamdani wants to bring out this fake outrage and sympathy for Muslims across NYC. Like I said, he's trying to pave the way to turn NYC into one of the largest Islamic states in the United States of America. And for those of you who wonder what that would look like, I got a snapshot of what you guys would see on the day-to-day walking through NYC, walking through Times Square. This right here is what Zohran wants. And fun fact, that video was actually taken in New York. Wall Street Apes tweeted out saying, "I literally can't even believe that this is New York. New Yorkers must reject Zohran Mamdani. He is practicing Muslim and refuses to condemn Sharia law. This is what Charlie Kirk warned us about, the Islam takeover of America. We cannot have this, guys." Now, of course, this has the internet in an absolute frenzy with Zohran Mamdani essentially winning that NYC mayoral candidate with a 95% chance to win in the polls. I want to check out the reactions and the outtakes from folks on X. We got America AF here tweeting out saying, "Breaking. House Republicans are now pushing to denaturalize Zohran Mamdani over his citizenship form. And again, I say we need to go ahead, investigate. That paperwork is not going to lie. If he lied, falsified, faked anything throughout his naturalization process, he needs to be removed expeditiously. Get him out of here. And next up, we got that U.S. Senator from Arkansas, Tom Cotton, tweeting out saying elected Democrats have united behind the Zohran Mamdani, an anti-Semitic communist who wants to globalize the Antifada. This is absolutely disgraceful. Never in any of my years did I believe that we would see NYC, one of the largest cities in America, turning to this. Whatever your politics, if you oppose communism and anti-Semitism, vote Republican. I mean, this is the only choice they have to make here. Or Andrew Cuomo. I mean, I usually wouldn't steer anyone in the direction of Andrew Cuomo, but you know it's bad when I'm over here promoting Andrew, saying, hey, this is the best you guys got over there. If you're not going to vote Republican, at least vote Cuomo. We also seen Margaret Cleveland with a prediction here in the forecast. Looks like Mamdani will fail as a mayor. He will be worse than de Blasio. The only difference, of course, will be that if anyone dares say anything about his failures, it will only be because you hate Muslims. And that right there is the picture he's trying to paint. I told you guys, he's laying the groundwork for it to be, you know, his way or the highway. If you try to disagree or say you oppose him, then you hate Muslims. And that's not the case at all. We should have free range to criticize anyone in leadership. And then last but certainly not least, we got a message from Mike Davis at America First Patriot, tweeting out saying, dear New Yorkers, when all the wealthy people move out of your city and it collapses, don't ask the rest of America to bail you out, because this is exactly what's going to happen. Zohran Mamdani's socialist ways, he says he wants to tax the rich and redistribute wealth throughout the city. That's never going to happen. All those folks are moving to Florida with Ron DeSantis in a heartbeat. Yo, there we have it, guys. Oh my goodness. I knew this wasn't good with NYC's leading candidate Zohran Mamdani, but I never knew it was this bad. I mean, this guy's plan and initiative, once he fully laid it out, we can see that he is trying to turn NYC upside down, turn it into what looks to be like a living nightmare. Heck, this guy has proposed defunding the police across their city and replacing them with social workers. Yes, guys, social workers. That's a scary thought. And New Yorkers, you're in store for a wild ride if this guy actually gets elected in. So once again, I urge folks to go out and do your research before you vote for a candidate that you don't know much about. Don't take it from me. Don't take it from the next outlet. Search multiple sources to come up with your truth, your ideas, your perspective on this man, Zohran Mamdani. I think that's the problem with our country. Too often we let someone else put their thoughts, their opinions into our head, and we just run with it. No fact check, no looking for different sources. We just run straight to the polls, and that's the man that we pick. We cannot allow that to be the case. It looks like there's one saving grace also left for New Yorkers, is that this man may have falsified, lied on his application to gain citizenship. I believe we should investigate, get to the bottom of that, guys. But the comment section is open. Definitely hop in there and let me know your thoughts. Also, make sure you guys please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. If you enjoy more content like this, catch you guys on the next week.